When it comes to YouTube growth, there's one question that nearly every creator asks at some point in their journey: how long should my videos be? It's one of those questions that seems simple on the surface, yet when you dive into it, you realize the answer isn't black and white. Some gurus will tell you to keep it short because attention spans are shrinking. Others will swear by long-form content, claiming it builds authority, trust, and watch time. But the truth is, the perfect video length for more views isn't just about the number of minutes. It's about strategy, psychology, and aligning your content with both your audience's expectations and YouTube's algorithm. So today, I'm going to break down the science, psychology, and data behind video length. By the end, you'll understand not only what the perfect length looks like, but also how to structure your videos in a way that maximizes views, retention, and engagement, no matter how long they actually are. Why video length even matters. Before we dive into the perfect length, we need to understand why it matters in the first place. On YouTube, views aren't the only currency. Watch time is the metric that actually drives growth. Think about it. If someone clicks on your video and only watches for 30 seconds, that's a signal to YouTube that your content might not be engaging. But if they stick around for 8 minutes, 12 minutes, or even half an hour, that's a huge green flag to the algorithm. So video length matters because it directly impacts how much total watch time you can generate. A 10-minute video that keeps 50% of viewers engaged gives you 5 minutes of watch time per viewer. Meanwhile, a 2-minute video that keeps 80% of viewers engaged only gives you 1.6 minutes of watch time per viewer. YouTube notices these differences, and it rewards the content that keeps people around longer. But here's the catch. If your video is long but boring, people will click away. And when they click away, YouTube notices that too. The algorithm punishes poor retention. Which means the real question isn't just, how long should my video be? But how long can I keep people watching without losing them? The myth of the short attention span. You've probably heard it a million times. People have short attention spans these days. Keep your videos under 3 minutes, or no one will watch. This is one of the biggest myths in the online world. Yes, people can be distracted easily. But attention span isn't about time, it's about interest. The same person who doesn't have time for your 8-minute video might binge 6 hours of Netflix in one sitting. The same viewer who clicks off a boring 2-minute clip might happily watch a 45-minute podcast if it's packed with value. So the issue isn't really attention span, it's how compelling your video is. If you can hook people, if you can deliver what they came for, if you can keep the energy flowing, then length becomes a tool, not an obstacle. The sweet spot for YouTube videos. Now, let's get to the juicy part. What length actually works best? Most data studies point to a sweet spot of 8 to 12 minutes for general YouTube content. Here's why. 1. Monetization threshold. Videos that are at least 8 minutes long allow creators to place mid-roll ads, which can increase revenue. This doesn't directly boost views, but it incentivizes creators to make content that fits this length, which in turn influences the platform. 2. Watch time balance. Under 5 minutes often isn't enough to rack up serious watch time unless it goes insanely viral. Over 20 minutes can work, but only if your audience is deeply invested. That's why 8 to 12 minutes tends to strike the balance between depth and retention. 3. Algorithmic preference. YouTube's algorithm is designed to maximize session time. If your video is long enough to keep people engaged, but not so long that they quit halfway through, YouTube sees it as a winner. But before you start scripting every single video for exactly 10 minutes, remember this: the perfect length depends on your niche, your style, and your audience. Niche matters more than rules. Let's break it down by niche, because the perfect video length isn't the same for everyone. Entertainment/skits memes. These often thrive at shorter lengths. People want quick laughs, not 20 minutes of setup. A 3 to 6 minute video might crush it here. Education, tutorials. Viewers are willing to stay longer if they're learning something valuable. A 10 to 15-minute tutorial is often perfect. Commentary reviews. These can range from 10 to 30 minutes, depending on depth. If the topic is juicy, people will watch longer. Podcasts, interviews, long-form works incredibly well here. 30, 60, even 120 minutes can succeed if the conversation is engaging. Gaming. Highlight reels might work at 6 to 10 minutes, while Let's Plays can stretch to 20, 30, or even full hours. So instead of chasing one number, think about what your audience expects when they click. If they want depth, give them depth. If they want speed, give them speed. The perfect video length is the one that matches the promise of your niche. The hook determines the length. Here is a secret that most people overlook. The first 30 seconds of your video determine how long the rest can be. If you hook viewers instantly by teasing the value, creating curiosity, or hitting them with energy, they'll settle in for the ride. But if you waste those first seconds on fluff, long intros, or begging for likes, you lose them before they even see the good stuff. So here's the formula. Nail the first 30 seconds. Deliver consistent value throughout, and before the energy dips. Do that, and you can make videos 5 minutes or 50 minutes long, and people will still watch. Case study, short versus long videos. Let's imagine two creators. Creator A makes 3-minute videos. They're punchy, fun, and get straight to the point. They average 75% retention, which means people watch 2.25 minutes per video. Creator B makes 12-minute videos. They average 50% retention, which means people watch 6 minutes per video. Which one does YouTube favor? Creator B, because even though their retention percentage is lower, their total watch time is higher. And remember, YouTube cares about time on platform. Now imagine Creator C, who makes 20-minute videos but loses viewers at 25% retention. That's only 5 minutes of watch time. Suddenly, those 12-minute videos from Creator B look like the winner. That SY perfect length ISNT, just a random number. It's S about optimizing the relationship between video duration and audience retention. The psychology of viewer satisfaction. Another piece of the puzzle is viewer satisfaction. YouTube doesn't just track watch time, it also measures whether people feel satisfied after watching your video. They know this through surveys, engagement, and whether people keep watching more of your content afterward. If your video is too short and leaves viewers feeling like something's missing, that hurts satisfaction. If it's too long and bloated, that also hurts satisfaction. The perfect video leaves people feeling like they got exactly what they came for, and maybe even a little more. That's why pacing is everything. Don't drag out a 5-minute idea into 15 minutes. Don't rush through a 30-minute explanation in 3 minutes. Match the length to the value. How to find your perfect length. Here's the practical part. How do you figure out what works best for you? Check your analytics. Look at your audience retention graph. Where are people dropping off? Are they sticking around for longer videos or leaving early? 2. Experiment with different lengths. Try 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 20 minutes. Compare the results. See which balance of retention and watch time performs best. 3. Listen to feedback. Sometimes viewers will literally tell you if your videos are too short or too long. Comments are gold. 4. Respect your niche. Don't force long content if your niche thrives on short bursts. Don't cut down valuable depth if your niche expects depth. The data will tell you the answer if you're willing to test and listen. The perfect length isn't static. Here's one more twist. The perfect video length can change over time. When you're a small creator, shorter videos might work better because they're easier to consume and share. As your audience grows and trusts you more, they're willing to watch longer. Think about your favorite creators. You've probably watched their 30-minute uploads now. But would you have watched that much when you first discovered them? Probably not. So don't lock yourself into one number. Grow with your audience. Test, evolve, and let the data guide you. Final truth, value over minutes. At the end of the day, the perfect video length is not really about hitting a magic number. It's about matching the amount of time it takes to deliver value. If you can do that in 4 minutes, great. If you need 14 minutes, go for it. If your audience loves 45-minute breakdowns, keep delivering them. The mistake is trying to stretch short content into something longer, or cutting valuable content just to fit a supposed ideal. Viewers feel it when you waste their time. They also feel it when you respect their time and deliver exactly what they came for. So yes, the 8 to 12-minute range is a sweet spot for most creators, especially when starting out. But the real perfect video length is however long it takes to hook your audience, keep them engaged, and leave them satisfied. Because when you do that, the algorithm rewards you. Viewers reward you, and your channel grows. So the next time someone asks, what's the perfect video length for more views? You'll know the truth. It's not about numbers. It's about value, structure, and strategy. The best video length is the one that keeps people watching, keeps them happy, and keeps them coming back for more. And that, my friend, is the real secret to unlocking more views, not just on one video, but on your entire channel.